Welcome, everyone, to the Ladies Number One Detective Agency, Clearing the Paranormal. I am your host, May Clark, owner and operator of Earthlight Energies Incorporated. I'm a Holy Fire 2 Reiki master, practitioner, and teacher. Earthlight Energies is not only the name of my business, it is also the name I gave to the energies I channel to do this very unique and custom clearing healing work. I do not do this work solo. I work regularly with Bill Johnston, who is also a Holy Fire 2 Reiki master and Earthlight Energies energy worker. As well, I consult with Janet Graham, who's a spiritual consultant of Spirit Answers. When I work with my clients, I can feel the information contained in the client's field or light body, for lack of a better phrase. I then, with the client's permission, contact Janet to review the case and ask questions. Together, we tweak out the story, which then leads to Bill and I doing the clearings. On some projects, I ask other Reiki masters and alternative healers to assist. Each project is quite unique. Janet will be on the show quite regularly, with Bill making a few guest appearances, and I hope that I'll be able to get some others on the show as well to talk about our unique experiences, their unique experiences, and some of the projects we have done over the past few years. So you might be wondering why the Ladies Number One Detective Agency. The Ladies Number One Detective Agency came about when my friend and colleague Janet would collaborate on some tough client cases. We are literally energy and past life detectives. I know I was a detective in some past life, and many of my friends remind me I'm very tenacious and I will not let go of anything until the puzzle has been solved, the answers found. I threw the name up in the conversation, and Janet asked me about it. She said, "Well, why that name?" And I said, "Well, have you ever read the number one ladies detective agency books by Alexander McCall Smith?" And she said she had heard of them, but she hadn't read them. So I suggested she do. I absolutely love them. And since then, I always jokingly called our teamwork by this name ever since. It seemed appropriate as we always have a great sense of humor when we do this work. And it's not to demean what the clients are experiencing, but one can't do this dark work without a sense of humor and wonder. And wonder because some of it is beyond belief. Trust me, some of the stories, some of the things that we have encountered, uh, which actually, I guess, it seems so awestruck and we're full of wonder over these things because we've been so ill-informed as to who we are, where we come from, and why we are here. And, we haven't really been educated. Many of us aren't even aware of all the other races of beings from all the other universes which have contact with us or have had with us here on Earth. So just a little bit about my background. I became a Reiki master in 2009 and have been practicing Reiki since 2008. I became a Holy Fire Reiki master in 2015. As a Holy Fire Reiki master, we were given the ability and shown how to clear places, people, things of spirit energies. In fact, this process is actually called spirit healing. We do not do the work. It is done through a process, and the Holy Fire energies complete the healing work. I found that this was great, and I used it quite a bit, but I found that I needed something quite different for some of the challenging entity removal and clearings that I was faced with from my clients. Then in 2019, Earthlight Energies came through, and this happened due to some really huge life-changing events in my Reiki world. And interesting is a word I will use a lot. My life became very interesting. And after these events happened, into my life came a multitude of beautifully, highly gifted people who have helped me and worked with me and also challenged me. I began a journey with my energy healing I could never in a million years ever have dreamed up, anticipated, or believed. It's not that I wasn't given clues along the way or provided information, but when information like that is given to you without any physical proof or knowing or even a context, it just gets filed away. I would not say meaningless, but more like, sure, okay, and but what do I do with this information? Like I said, we've been so lied to about who we are, why we're here, and what we're here to do. I'm repeating that. So it's like walking through a corridor that's filled with treasures we cannot even see because we're blindfolded. I will be the first one to say that I have a lot to learn and my journey is only just beginning. And I do have deep appreciation and gratitude for those who patiently guided me, taught me, and put up with my "but why? That can't be true. How is that even possible?" and "oh my God" statements. I hope in the sharing of these stories, your understanding will expand and you'll be inspired to explore beyond your 3D life. There is so much more out there to explore and discover. This podcast series will take you down a larger than life journey. The name Clearing Paranormal is a bit of tongue in cheek. The actual clearing work and clearing up the misinformation, misconceptions, etc., around this work. You will hear how these clearings, from these clearings, some very deep healing happened, lives were transformed, and along with it, some of them truly some miracles. I've been moved to tears more than once in some of this work. I was also compelled to do this podcast after watching a few paranormal shows. These people would go in, shake up the ghosts, and leave. And I'd be going, "Oh my God, what are you doing?" Although in one show, they would bring in a Reiki master to transmute them out. Bravo! And it's time to change this. These places should be properly cleared, both of the entities and energies that are creating havoc, and for anyone who's tied to those properties. And by sharing these stories, we hope that you will have a different understanding and appreciation for these situations. And we also hope you'll understand how powerful you are and how you can clear all these energies from you and have a very different way of life and being. In closing, if you have a story or a person, place, or thing that you feel is, I will quote, haunted or has discordant energies and you want it to be cleared, please contact me through my website, earthlightenergies.org, and light is Light. And if you wish to book a reading with Janet Graham, she does in-person readings or she will do phone readings. And you can find her by going to my website and clicking on third-party services. So strap on your boots. It could be a wild ride. Thank you for listening.